Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today I am looking at a puzzle by Nurgle's Gift, who we featured once on the channel, I think I'm going to say 3 or 4 months ago. So a return appearance for Nurgle's Gift, which is a great name. I don't know what it means, but it's redolent of funny sounding words. Anyway, we'll look at that in a moment. It's called 2x, or maybe 2 times cages for the price of 1. We will see how that works in a moment. There's a very special cage rule in it that we haven't seen before, to my knowledge. First of all, don't forget, join us on Patreon. There is already still a week left, actually, on this month's All the Fun of the Fair Patreon hunt, where there's a prize available for one of the lucky winners who successfully navigates the 4 attractions and gets out of the fun fair. And also we've got Simon Solve of the roller coaster Nurikabe on there. There are some great puzzles around. So I think he may be bringing one of his long videos to the channel now as well, which is interesting. Not that one, but another one. Also, of course, there's all our apps on the links under the video. We've got Killer, we've got Domino Sudoku, we've got Thermo Sudoku. So lots of the variant markings represented in this Sudoku featured. In those, of course, we have all kinds of apps to suit your taste and some great puzzles in them. Now, we've also got Sven's SUDOKU PAD and the merchandise linked below the video, but the first link is to this puzzle. And as I say, it's called 2 times cages for the price of 1 by Nurgle's Gift. And the rules say normal Sudoku rules apply. So we'll be putting 1 to 9 in every row, column and box like a normal Sudoku. But instead of any given numbers, we get some markings. Along the thermometer, that's this grey baby here, 5 cells of it, digits must increase from the bulb, that end. Digits joined by a black dot must have a 1 to 2 ratio, so one will be half the other. Digits joined by x must equal 10. There's only one x in the puzzle, so those 2 digits add up to 10. Cage totals equal the highest digit in the cage times 2, or in other words, the rest of the digits must equal the highest digit of the cage. So the rest of the sum of the rest of the digits must equal the cage's highest digit. Okay. We haven't seen that before, as far as I know. Unsurprisingly, there are no 2-cell cages. You can work out why that's unsurprising. Right, I am going to just plunge in, give this a go, learn something about this rule set as we go. Let's get cracking. Right. I normally advise looking for black dot sequences, but the cautionary note is that they're not sequences where they cross a box boundary, because those 2 digits can be the same, so those 2 aren't. This is a sequence of 3 black dots. Actually, yeah, this digit is 2 or 4, because the only 3-digit sequence you can get on a black dot of different digits must come from 1, 2, 4, 8, and we'll use 3 of those digits, leaving the other 1 and 3 and 6 for this black dot, so that must be a 3-6 pair in the box. I can't do much else there. I'm not going to think about these cage totals yet. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's look at this thermo first. I am never afraid to Goodliffe a thermo, as it's called. Write all the candidates on the cells and see what we learn. Right, the first thing we learn, well, one thing that is worth knowing is that on a black dot, you can't have 9, 7, or 5. They have no other Sudoku digit that is half or double of them. So this one on the black dot here is not 9, 7, or 5. It is 8 or 6. Actually, it's sitting next to 3 or 4, therefore, on the black dot. Now, this one can't be 8 anymore. This one can't be 7, and it's on a black dot anyway, so it can't be 5 either. This one now can't be 6 because that would make it as high as the next digit on the thermo. It can't be 5 because of the black dot. And this one now can't be 5 or 4. This is 1, 2, or 3, making this one 1, 2, 4, or 6. Now, this cannot be a 3-6 pair on this black dot because of that cell. That would break row 8, column 9. So that's not a 6. This is 1, 2, or 4. Now this is not a 3. Now there must be a 2 on this black dot. And I might be running out of steam at that point. Ooh, no, this cannot be a 2-4 pair because of this cell. It would break this cell. So I think this now has to be a 3-6 pair, and we've got a start there. Right, now I can fill in 7 on the thermo, 8 on the thermo, 4 on the black dot. In a moment, maybe I can start thinking about the cage totals. Maybe the moment is now. Right, what about this cage then? It's got a 7 in it. Okay, I think maybe there are two cases. One is if the 7 is the highest digit, and the other if it isn't. Now, if it isn't, the highest digit is a 9 sitting there, and then that must be a 2, so that 2 and 7 equal 9. If 7 is the highest cage total, this can't be 4 or 1, because for those two digits to add up to 7, that would have to be 6 or 3, and they're gone. So either way round, we get a 2 in this cell, and that is good. Now, we've got 4, 5, 9 to fit in the box, and that can't be 4, but 5 or 9 will both allow this cage to work. So, shall we have a look at this one? If 9 is the highest digit, it's definitely a 954 cage. If it's not, then 9's not in the cage. That's a 5-4 pair, and this could be 1. So this is from 1, 4, 5, and 9. I mean, okay, that's not quite as restrictive a set as I'd hoped, although, is this forming some sort of triple? It would be if there was no 9 in this cage. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, this cage, we know 1 isn't the highest digit, so these two effectively have a white dot. They must have a difference of 1. Oh, and yeah, they have to have an even digit, therefore, because that's like the normal white dot rule. That even digit can't be 2, because you can't sit it next to 1 or 3 there. So if it's a 4, then we also have a 5 in this cage. And if the even digit is an 8, then I'm not sure. Then it's 7 or 9. Okay, we need to find something else. I don't know. These cages look very flexibly. This 10 cage maybe is the least flexible one. Let's think about that. Right. Right, this can't be the highest digit in the cage, or it would have to add up to 10. So the highest digit in the cage is on the X. And that means X is either 8, 2. Well, X can't be 4, 6 because of that. X could be 7, 3, in which case this is always going to be even, because the difference between two numbers that add up to 10 is always even. 7 and 3 would give a 4. 8 and 2 would give a 6. 9 and 1 would give an 8, which is impossible by Sudoku. So this is 4 or 6. This cell can't be 2, so it's 8 or 3. Now, if it was 6, this is a 2-8 pair. If it was 4, this is a 3-7 pair. That's weird. Okay, not quite getting anything else out of that myself. This could be 8, or it could be 2 or 4. Oh, this is struggling to be... If this was 1 or 4, it gets a lot done. I've got to find a cage that I can actually complete. Is a 4-cell cage better than a 3-cell? Yeah, I suppose a 4-cell cage is a bit like an arrow cage. It has to have a 6, 8, 7 or 9 in it, and then 3 low digits. Actually, these digits are 3, 5, 6, 7 and 9. No, I don't think that does anything. 1, 3, 6. Okay, I need to think of something else. This row looks very filling and full. Okay, that is 1, 4, or 8. So if that was an 8, this is a 1, 4, 5, 9, and that is 3 or 6. I don't know how to use that. Oh, this pair, right. Can they be from 1, 2, 4, 8? If they are, this is an extreme pair. I don't know, is that useful? Oh, this digit can't be 1, 2, 8, or 4. Ah, it's on a black dot, so that black dot is a 3, 6 pair. Now, these are all in one cage. Right, 6 can't be the highest digit because this would be another 3. So 9 is going to have to be the highest digit. That's a surprising discovery. These are now from 3, 5, 6, 7. So is that. Again, it makes a big difference if which is the highest digit in the cage. I don't know. I don't think this is just doable. I mean, sorry, I don't mean the puzzle is not doable. I mean, I just don't think I can see an obvious way to progress, which is a very slightly different message. Now, these are a pair. Ah, and we said they either have 8 or 4 on. Oh, yes, so this can't be a 4, 8 pair. Yes, the even digit in this pair is either 8 or 4. It can't be 2 because that doesn't have another digit it can go with in there. So 4 or 8 is used there, and this is a 6, 3 pair. So this is now a 2, 8. So 8 is the highest digit in that cage. Right, 6 there has sorted out the 3, 6 over this side. Now, if 6 is the highest digit, that's a 2, 4 pair. If 6 isn't, this is an 8. Oh, and that won't work because that would have to be a 2 by the cage rule and it can't be by the black dot rule. So this is a 2, 4 pair. Annoyingly, that doesn't reveal what this is. This is either 1 or 8. But we now know the even digit here is an 8 along with 7 or 9. 2, 7, 8, 3, 6. So this isn't an 8, so the 8 in row 8 is here. Now I can sequence the black dot triple, and this cell, 8 must be the highest digit, that cell is a 5. Maybe that cage would have yielded to some thinking earlier. Didn't do it, we're doing it now. Now that's 7 or 9 in this box. This is 1, 7 or 9. That is a triple, and 5 goes in the corner in the row. 5 goes in this cell, and this box 8 is finished. Now, maybe I'm going to have to think about this cage, which is kindly provided as a cage, and I've avoided thinking about it at all. Right, if 7 is the high number, then the others are 1, 2, and 4. That seems to work very well. 7 and 2 up there, 1 and 4 down here. If 9 is the high number, you can't have 7 in the cage. 9 won't work as the high number because there's neither a 3 nor a 6 in the cage. Maybe I could have thought like that earlier. 1, 4 pair there makes that a 9. That's 7, that's 1. 2, 7 pair at the top. This is now an 8, 9 pair. Okay, and the bottom 3 rows pretty much done. This, it can still be 1, 2, or 3, 6. Making this one, which can't be a 1, 2, or 4, 3, or 6. Now, what about this? Okay, we need a high digit that's not an 8. It can't be a 7, because that would require a 4 in the cage. And it can't be a 6, because that would require a 2 in the cage. This cage is 9 as the high digit and 1, 3, 5. So that's a 3, 5, 9 triple. 4, 2, 8. We've got 1, 6, and 7 to place in the row, and I can't quite do that. However, that does tell me this can't be a 7, 6 pair. And for this to be the high digit in this cage, it has to be an 8 with a 5-3 pair there. And if it's not, oh, there's lots of possibilities if it's not the high digit. Okay, let's use 359 being there. This can't be 3. That can't be 6. This can't be 3. 2, 8. Ah, 2 and 8 have been used up. So this must be a 3-6 pair. Oh, that's been obvious for ages. Once 2 and 8 have been used up, this can't be 1, 2, 2, 4, or 4, 8. So that's a 3-6 pair. That's not 6. That's not 3 or 6. I was hoping to rule out that that was 5 or 7, but I can't yet. I've got a 3-6 pair in column 3. Okay, this cage has to have a big digit in. It can't be 6 or 7 because we can't put 2 in the cage. If the big digit was 8, that's a 3 and it's 1, 3, 4, 8. Oh, but if it's 9, well, it can't have a 2 in, so it would be, yeah, so it's either 1, 3, 4, 8 or 1, 3, 5, 9. Doesn't have a 6 in. That is the key point there. Because it doesn't have a 2 in. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, 6 sorts out 3 and 6. Now, these are both odd. I think that means this has to be even. It's either the total of them being 8 or the difference between them. Yeah, that's interesting. That is the way to think of it. 2, 4, or 8. This is 3, 5, or 7. This pair is from 1, 2, 4, 8. That's not so helpful. Okay, so this, oh, this can't have an 8 as the high digit. There's an 8 in there. I don't want to curse at myself, but it almost warrants it. 1, 9 there, 7 there, 4 there. Oh, this is going to unwind a load of stuff. 1, 6, that can't be a 4. I don't know why I wrote that in, because I can't see ordinary Sudoku digits. That can't be a 5 anymore. That hasn't changed the pairs that could make it up. Right, this has got resolved. This pair has got resolved. The 8, 9 pair haven't. But that's 5 or 8. That's 5, 8 or 9. This cage can't have a 3 in. So if it's 9, it's 9, 1, 2, 6. And that doesn't work because those two cells C, 1, 9 and 6. So there's not a 9 in this cage. There's not a 6 in it because there's no 3. So there's either a 7 or an 8. If there's a 7, that's a 7, 4 pair, that's 1, 2. If there's an 8, it's 8, 1, 2, 5. No, there can't be a 5 in it. Right, there can't be a 5 or a 3 in the cage, so 8 is not the high digit. I've worked out what the high digit is and immediately forgotten it's a 7, and that's a 7, 4 pair. That's a 1, 2 pair. That is going to sort out a lot of Sudoku. So we get an 8 in the corner. We get 6 needed here. 9, 8, 5, 9 there. Right, that has done some action. What next? This dot now can't be a 1, 2 pair, so there must be a 4 on it. It's either 2, 4 or 4, 8, and the 4 goes there. This is either 2 or 8. That becomes a 7. 7, 3, 6, 4. Ooh. Can't quite finish that off. That's not a 4 anymore because of the 4 we've just placed. This, therefore, isn't a 2 anymore, and this isn't a 1. So these are going to be the same digit, which then appears down there somewhere. 5, 4. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look up column 5. 9, 7, 3, 6, 4. So that's 1 or 2. That's 2, 5, or 8. So 9 is definitely in one of these cells. And it's definitely the highest digit in its cage. In these cells, it goes with either 2, 3, 7 or 8. Oh, no, I was going to say the only place for 5 is there, but it's not. It could be here. So it goes with 2, 3, 5 or 8, making this cell 7, 6, 4 or 1. But this can't be 7, 1 or 6. This is a 4. Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it? That's really elegant. This is a 9, 5 pair. Everything is going to unwind here. That's a 3. And now I can't make this cage work. So I've got something wrong. Yeah, I don't like having 2 5s in that column either. So we will think about that again. Okay, I got to this point, said 9 in this cage goes with 2, 3, 7 or 8. Then I claimed that this could be 4 or 5. That was very weird. Okay, if 9 goes with 2, it's a 7. If 9 goes with 8, it's a 1. The other possibilities were 3 and 7, which leaves 6 or 2, but it can't be a 6, it's a 2. Okay, I misremembered the set of combinations. This is 9 and 7. Let's hope that works better. 3, 5, 8. No, now I get a clash on 2s. Wow, I'm really losing my mind. Okay, 3 and 5 is still right. 9, 7 makes that a 3, makes that a 5. They don't have to add up to 8. They can be deducted one from the other and give it 2. It's a good thing I don't make these elementary mistakes at the start, isn't it? Because they'd really unship the whole business of trying to solve the Sudoku. Right, 7 in there might not be the highest digit if this was a 1-8 pair. If it is the highest digit, this is a 2-5 pair. That is an annoying collocation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 6. This is a naked 8. Sees every other digit in its row and column. That is a naked 5 for the same sort of reason. Then I get 4 there and 3 there. This is either the difference or the sum of 5 and 4. So it's 1 and 9. 1 or 9. That is, this 9, 5 pair have been resolved. Wow, 1, 4, 7 to go here. I don't think 4 can go in this cage with the 6. So we'll leave that outside the cage, which is a 1, 7 pair that is unresolved. This is, the 9 there has resolved 1 and the 7, 1. Now I can finish off these rows. 7, 9, 1, 9. 2 and 1. I've just got 2 boxes to do now. Honestly, I think I'm going to fill these cages by Sudoku and then just check their totaling. So 279 clearly works. I mean, the hurrah for a puzzle in which the arithmetic is so easy that you'd barely have to think about it. Maybe that last cage is the one. 1, 3, 4, 8 to get to that. Brilliant. That is the solution. Excellent. Thank you very much for watching me solve this puzzle. I hope you had a go at it, because that is really very approachable. It's just, you just have to be careful down the bottom. Well, you have to be careful where I wasn't in the middle, but you just have to be careful in the start down at the bottom. But lovely idea. Thank you, Nurgle's gift. That was a gift to us. And we wish you a very happy evening. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.